Okay, we should be going live right about now. Somewhere over the rainbow. So what are we doing? That is the real question. What exactly are we doing? We need to clean up is what we need to do. Just gonna throw those over there. Trico, what's going on, man? Hey, welcome back to the United States of America. Hope you had fun on your trip. Shinryu? What's going on? Marcus, how's it going? So we got a little bits of works to do's. Let's see if we can do it. See if we can clean up a little bit first here, though. Just give us a little bit of room to work with. We should probably get a bag for these, huh? I was just going to put them over there. Let me actually get a bag so I don't lose them. Because that would be bad. In other news, I accidentally knocked my fan, my overhead fan, and a bunch of dust came tumbling down, so now my room is kind of dusty. You have any jet lag, Trico? Trico, could you remove that? Sorry, Marcus, but no advertising, please. Let's get some of these bits. I suppose we can put everything in here. I was going to say leave the screws in the tray, but there's really no point if we have a bag for it. Not a problem. No harm, no foul. Okay. Might as well put the grip. Might as well put this in here. It's a big gallon bag, so we have the room. I think that's it. Everything else we're pretty much going to be working with. Being back in normal time is weird. I bet it is. Okay, so our goal. What is our goal? We need to fit this on here, something like this. It's going to be a little bit lower than I would like it. It's going to end up being somewhere around this area. I would have liked it if it was more like this. But I'm going to be losing too much space up here for what's going to be the hopper if I end up doing that. So it's probably going to end up being like down here-ish. But that's okay. We will manage. So I don't want to hit these bumpers, these little rubber bumpers here. So I'm actually going to go ahead and pry these off. They're glued in, but I can glue them back in with some contact cement later. Yeah, I didn't think they were going to be glued in that well. How are you gonna out these two blasters together? Put these two blasters together? Just like that. I think I just answered that question. I don't think I'll get much sleep tonight. Probably not. Probably get a little bit of jet lag. No. The upper tubes are going to be completely removed. I'm going to get one giant piece of polycarbonate tubing, and I'm going to make a hopper system. So the entire upper body, virtually all of the upper portion of the Hades is going to be a hopper. Just kind of wiggle it back and forth and it loosens up, and then you can just kind of pluck it out. Yep. Alright, and we'll put these little rubber bumpers aside. Rubber baby buggy bumper. Whoops. So, we've started a tiny bit on this side. It was just kind of a concept to see where things are fitting. It's going to end up being somewhere around here, I think, is what we decided. Somewhere around this area. So we do need to cut off a little bit from this black area, but I want to make sure that things are fitting correctly before we just go ahead and jump right into snapping off pieces. So yeah, let's take our time with this and not screw up. There's one piece I'm seeing that I kind of want to fit it together, and it's back further than I thought. There is a notch right here, this little V, and that looks to fit with this guy right here. No, okay, not the V. My bad. Forget what I just said. This notch here, not this bigger V, but this notch in here that I kind of have Sharpie around. It kind of fits with that perfectly well, like that. And I kind of want to fit that in there. And then what we might be able to do is then come back this way and chop it this way. Now, obviously, it's going to be a little bit further in. You can see the thickness here. This is the middle. And so this is going to be much closer to this. But so I'm not 100% sure if that's actually going to work or not, but you know, it's an idea. It's out there. Hey Ryan, what's going on? What's the estimated capacity of this? Should be massive. Somewhere around 250 to 300, I think. I'm not a huge expert on Rival, but it's going to be at least 200. Oh, okay. See you, Trico. Thanks for stopping by. I have not picked out a name. I have not picked out a name yet. I still need to figure out a name. So let's go ahead and try to continue to fit this guy. We'll put these two parts aside for now. And we'll continue to try to fit this guy in here. So I'm trying to figure out how the hell we're going to actually do this. Might need to snap this back together. Hey Phil, what's going on, man? Yeah, I bet they're raw. Any suggestions for getting out rusted screws? I might try rubber band. Trick, but the screw ports are pretty deep. If it's just rusted, you should be able to put WD-40 on there. It will eat away at the rust. Try to clean it out as best you can, and then the screw port should be free again, like to actually take a normal screwdriver. But if it's actually stripped, then good luck. What I might just do is poke a hole in this. I think I'm eventually going to need to cut it off. But just to minimize the damage to this thing, I'm terrified of taking off too much. So I might just pop a little hole in this guy to accept this right here, because I don't want to get rid of this screw port. So I'll just pop a hole in here. And we'll take it from there. Just do one step at a time. So let's go ahead and try to... I'm figuring out what the best way to do this would be. If I should just use a drill or attack with a Dremel. Let's go for a Dremel. Let's see what that does. Smaller bit on the Dremel. I think this cutoff wheel is a little too fat. And there goes the strife. Okay, I think my fittings are all lost in the wind. Super organized here, guys. I'm super organized. You guys know me. Oh, you know what? I should probably put these plates in that. Here we go. This one should work. This one's probably going to be a little bit loud, so Dremel warning. Here we go, guys. Ready? Ow, that hurts my ears. See if we can't grab that out. And this is the first step in any new integration that hasn't been established before. It's just kind of slowly peeling away at the layers until you get some good cut lines. And then if I wanted to do this later in the future, or if someone else wanted to do this, then they could come back and look where I cut, make rough cuts, cut them a little bit smaller so that you have a little more leeway. And then you'd have a much easier and better time with it. Okay, so there we go. So we have a start of that, and that's starting to line up where we want down here. See how we have that little bump right here. We feed that through the hole, and that lines up right about where we want it to be. So I think that's really the hole that we needed in order to make sure that this thing was going to fit properly. So now as we push these halves together, because obviously this might look like it's fitted, but we still have a ways to go before this right here is lined up with this right here. So we'll just keep checking, see what's in the way, cut that out, and then keep going and keep going in until it's level with everything else. So patience is a virtue here. You could just go hog at it and just be like, I think this needs to go, and, you know, kill everything in your path. But you're probably going to end up screwing something up. So it's not exactly recommended. See how far off these lines were. This one and this one were my original. And now this one and this one is what I need. So it still would have worked, to be sure, but it wouldn't have been as clean. And this is kind of roughly lined up right now. It's not completely off, but we're not terribly worried about alignment right now. We're just kind of working. So go ahead and use it. The flywheel, the cutoff wheel. Hi, what's going on, man? We doing some first time integration. First time being, this is the first time this has been done. Oh my god. It's fun to cut up new blasters that people haven't explored before. Alright, here we go. Drum warning, guys. Ready? You know what? Before I start... screw it. I'm not cutting... If I was going full hog and cutting every 5 seconds, like once I start removing material from this, where I know I need to remove a lot, I'll put on my mask. But for now, I'm just doing little cuts and then stopping, so... Haze Builds, what's going on, man? How's it going? Get off some of the burrs. Okay, so now this part right here, which contains another screw port that we don't want to get rid of, should fit in right there. And it looks like it's starting to fit. Looks like that fits, but now that screw port is in the way. This one right here. So now we need to cut a hole for that guy, because now that's in the way. So you can kind of see how we're slowly plucking away. And this one was pretty far off, if I do say so. So this one and this one are my two new ones. And this one were my old ones. So you can see how far off this one was. Just try not to get confused when you're making this many marks. Kind of defeats the purpose of having Sharpie on there. If you make so many marks, you don't know where you're going. I could spend the time to try to switch into a different bit and then drum all that out properly. Or I can just snap it because it doesn't matter anyway. Hey Alice, what's going on? I should be asleep, but here I am. You know what you should do. Use a handsaw. Yeah. That's what FDS would say. All you need is a good set of hand foils. A jeweler's soul. Alright. Alright, now that's starting to fit, but it's kind of tilting downwards a little bit now. Now it's kind of tilting like this. So we need to try to push that up a little bit more. So we'll come in here and see what's holding us back. And it does appear to be this guy right here, from what I can tell. So we'll just chip away at this a little bit at a time. Let's get this out of the way so I'm not cutting it. Only hand files, not even glue. I'll just buy more hand files and then use them as pins. Okay. Where are we at? I still think it could come up a little more, but I want to make sure that that is the thing that's actually in the way. And it does appear that that is still in the way, so we'll keep nipping here just little tiny bits at a time. We don't want to get ahead of ourselves. It'd help if I didn't have 10,000 cords in the way from my live streaming gear, but that's fine. By the way, it's not recommended that you use your cutoff wheel as a grinding bit like that, but if you go slow enough, it won't break, so. Hey, Prickly Nerf Mods, how's it going, man? What is to be the functional blaster here? We are using the Nemesis feeding mechanism and flywheels. And we're going to be putting it down here. And then we're going to use the Hades as a hopper. Okay, so now that's out of the way, but now this is in the way. So it looks like both of them needed to come up a little bit. Fundamental skills with the Dremel that you should learn. How to use your cutoff wheel as a grinder. That is really sharp right there, and that almost cut me. Let's see if we can... Yeah, there we go. Okay, so it's still leaning up a little bit. We need to take off a little more. Just double checking to make sure that's the thing that's actually hindering our progress. I'm going to need to start taking away from here soon. But this still is the main issue here. So let's keep going with this. I saw Bobo's review just a little bit ago. He was complaining about the foregrip and stuff. Personally, I don't think it feels bad. I'm not seeing where he's seeing like the trigger is too thin or something, and he doesn't like the molding seam. I'm not really understanding that a whole bunch. I think all that's fine. The pump grip, I really think is just a matter of opinion. It's a little bit too fat. It feels fine, but it's just kind of weird, I guess, because most things have a smaller handle, and I'm not used to one being too big. So I don't think it's bad. I just think it's kind of weird. It's not a big deal anyway. You take out 2 screws, pry it open, and then you can replace it with a 3D printed one or something. The main issue is the stock. The stock really does suck. And that's not just Bobo that's saying that. That's pretty much everyone's complaining about the stock. It's too far up. It's a little too wide. And it's too short this way. If it was the same size and everything, but it was like right here, I think the majority of people would be okay with that. But it's just a little bit too high up is the main issue. Yep, still needs to keep going. I'd rather take off not enough than too much. Slow and steady. But now we're starting to run into other issues, like this guy is starting to run into it, and this is starting to run into this up here. I can't even really get an angle on that properly. Right here. Your earballs, yep. My bad. So I need to start cutting into there. Just kind of nip all that off here. And then we need to start what we're just nailing down this chunk in general. I think that's going to go, but I want to make sure. That might not go as much as I think it needs to. At least not yet. That's starting to interfere here. All right, one at a time. Let's nail this one at a time. Don't get ahead of yourself. Hold on, that's probably my fiance. Give me a second. Yep, give me 1 second. Alright, sorry about that. Here we go. Hey, what's going on, man? How's it going? Thanks for stopping by the stream. Alright, let's see how that fits. Okay, now we're running into, I think, this guy again. It's just still not quite level. Now, I do want to note that it could be this side falling down this way with it. But I don't think so. It's almost there. Even if I pull this side down that way, because this kind of has a little bit of play in it, it's real close. It's almost there. Alright, I think it could come down just another little bit, but we'll go on the rest of this before we worry about that, because now I'm starting to feel that this is actually getting in the way now. So let's go ahead and do that. I think I can cut off a little bit with the flywheel, but I think this actually is going to need to start working with the sanding drum. I'm pretty sure I need to keep going all the way down with this, but I'm just going to check. I'm just going to check just because I can. I'll try not to screw it up. That's the plan. Thanks for the encouraging words, I guess. Alright, that's much better. Yeah, that's just about where I want it to stop. Because now it's this thing that's actually in the way. Glad I didn't cut that. And there's also... this is starting to get in the way now. Which is the major thing I was dreading here, because that's... basically all of this internal support structure needs to go. Pretty much. So I think I'll hollow this out, that way I can just worry about the outside. See, regarding smacking them together, method wasn't very effective. Yeah, not really. I am, as the title would imply, and as this would imply. Okay, now this is also in the way, so let's... just one step at a time here. Not in a rush. But, this is definitely a huge portion of what's in the way right now. Not sure if there's any real easy way of getting in there with this guy, but we'll try. I'm going to start putting on my mask because I'm starting to get into heavier stuff here. Flywheel. Alright, here we go. There's no real easy way for me to get further in here, so I'm just going to try to snap it off. I've gotten rid of most of it. going to try to fold it over. It's very thick plastic though. The rival stuff is generally thicker than the normal Nerf stuff. Not only because it's bigger and heavier, but it's meant for older kids, so it's meant to be a little more roughhoused. Let's see if we can cut in a little bit here. So that's kind of rough, but we'll come back in with the sanding drum and clean it up later when it matters. But for now... Let's get this right here. Take off little bits at a time. Alright. Hey Blades, what's going on? Just got done sanding? Sweet. It has to withstand higher velocity, flywheels, harder spring loads. And what you said? What? I'm not understanding. Oh, well, I guess so. I wouldn't necessarily say the spring loads are that much higher, but... Okay, there we go. See where that guy's fitting right here? Just kind of slowly snapping things together. Now, it's more likely that this entire corner will come off as we push this closer to fitting. But just as we slowly move towards this, we're going to make sure that everything is where it should be. Now this guy needs to start getting chopped up here. Alright, keep it together. Oops, did I just hit the camera? I had something, sorry. So let's just get rid of some of this at a time. Need to make sure it's also straight this way, so it's not bowed one way or another. I have to make sure it's straight. And I could just assume, and it's kind of easy to assume that some pieces need to get cut off, but if you start assuming, then it could get a little bit messy, and you could do something really bad really quickly, so I'm just going to do what I see. Mask back on. The Nemesis, I've said that multiple times already. Okay. Ow, that was hot. Yeah. All right. Okay, so that's definitely in the way now. That did not move very far. Okay, so this... Oops, I left my marker open. I'm not actually 100% sure on where this needs to go, so I'm just going to bring it to this line. I made some markings beforehand, but I'm not sure. That was just kind of a guess. So I'm just going to take off, like I said, little bits at a time, just where I'm 100% sure that it needs to go. I know you guys can't see some of that, but I value my safety over you guys being able to see. We need to take down this guy as well. Inner supports. So how's everybody's day going? Anybody working on any new projects? Anybody see any projects that they want to talk about? Alice is making those half-length mags. Don't know if she's still around. Making a bullpup retaliator? That's cool. Trying to get off some of this flashing here. Alright, let's see how that fits. Currently working on wiring up some LEDs for a set of Rapid Strike parts I got a while back. Sweet! That should look pretty good. Always like some LEDs. See, I might have actually taken off too much. Whoops, I definitely hit the camera there. My bad. Okay. I think I took off a little bit too much. Let me see if I can get the camera to look at it without crushing everything. I think I actually took off a little bit too much right here. But that's okay. It's not in the worst position in the world. This is actually closer than I thought. This is actually getting very, very close. Actually, that's way closer than I thought. I'm glad I didn't cut that off. I think I need to shave down a little bit here. And I'm pretty sure this still needs to come down. I still might end up needing to cut this off, but it's definitely closer than I thought it was. It's hard to tell. It's hard to tell when this is aligned this way, like the rolling. Okay. Yeah, I still have quite a ways to go. I think it was just my imagination. Maybe I didn't cut off too much. It really wants to roll inwards like this, if that makes any sense. So yeah, I think I do need to take this off. I need to pull out the sanding gel. Oh, I know who you are. Cyber Monday, I remember you. I'd love to see how that build comes out. Oh, God. Oh, wow, that was loud. I'm sorry, that broke my eardrums just as much as yours. Ow. Oh, Lord. Did not see that coming. Ah. Ah. Unknown folk. How's it going, man? Welcome to the stream. Alright, let's see where we are. That's better. Still not there yet, but that's better. Something else blocking this front half from going closer in, and I can't actually tell. Oh, it's just a tiny little bit right here. Just a little bit. Okay. We're significantly closer now. I still think this is the thing that's holding us back here. This upper part in general. Okay, we need to get rid of... I need to get rid of that. I'll just grind it out. That's fine. A subbed? Hey, thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, sir. Oh, yep, I see that popped up on my thing. I can't hear it, but I see it now. Let's even this out. Alright, let's take up a dreaded file. Apparently file warning, because this thing gets loud, apparently. Or maybe not. Or not, that's fine. Make a liar out of me, that's fine. Okay, we are very, very, very close. It's still bowed in a few places. Not bowed, but it's still sticking out in a few places. And I do believe this is the cause. Okay, I think the front is almost where we need it to be. It's painfully close. One step at a time. Just gotta remember that patience is a virtue. Oh, you know what? That's not even. I still need to bring down the front a little. Ugh. There's the noise. Oh, that's ear shattering. I don't know if this is bad for you guys, but here's hoping that you guys are spared. Alright. Oh, the inner core here is still... did my thing freeze? Whoa, guys, can you hear me? The big bullet one? Yeah. Can you guys still see me? Everything is frozen on my end. No? Okay, give me 1 second. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Can you guys see me? Can you guys hear me? Are we all good now? Can you guys see me? You're back? Cool. Sorry, I don't know what happened there. Then no, I have no idea. Okay, what was I doing? Cutting out this. I guess it's kind of in an awkward position. I really can't do anything but grind away at it. I'll keep that in mind, Gavin. I definitely need a new bit. It's not cutting like it should. Sorry, that was hot. Hot. It should definitely be cutting easier than that, but that's alright. Test fitting again for the 1000th time. Okay, now I'm actually starting to get to a point where I need files. There we go. I think that's just about it for the front. I think that front is now lining up in depth wise just about where we need it to be. There might be some micro adjustments here and there along the ride, but for the most part I'm pretty sure that's pretty well fit. Now the back is still levitating up a little bit. And I might actually need to bring this down a little bit more because I think that's actually preventing this from coming back smoothly. I think I can widen this hole just a little bit as well. To bring that down a little more. There we go, that's lining up a little bit better in terms of this way. I just gotta figure out what the heck's holding this back. I can't actually see, I mean... Okay, I mean, I guess... It doesn't look like that's holding that back, is the only... I really think it's this, which is kind of weird. That's holding all of this back, but I guess that makes sense. Of course, a small adjustment here is going to make a big adjustment further down, so... Are you going to prime it? It's the Hades is acting as a hopper. It's just going to be the Nemesis working. Okay, yeah, I guess that was kind of holding that back a little bit. But it still doesn't seem like that's the main issue. And it's not on the inside. I guess the only thing really that's touching now is up here. I'm just trying to double check and make sure because it doesn't feel right, you know what I mean? It doesn't feel like this is the only thing holding it back, but I mean, I guess it is. It's just that, like, that's an outside affected part, so if I cut this off and then that's not what I needed to do, then I get in some serious trouble here. But I guess I don't really have a choice. Hey, Hawkeye, get liked. Hey, Tiger Claws, what's going on? Sorry, I missed that for a second. Let's just cut off one tiny thing at a time here, because I'm not 100% confident. What's that thing I said? When we were doing glass construct, you can always sand down, but you can't sand up. Okay, that's definitely not what was holding that back. Hold on, I need to figure out what's going on here. I need to understand. I guess it really is only this, but I I don't trust that. Like, at all. Because that should be aligned with that. Unless it's not. Okay, let's just stop and think here for a second. What's going on? Something's not right. And before I cut that down, oh my god, I might be an idiot. No, because that shouldn't. No, okay, no, that's right. Okay. So what's going on? I think that helped a little. But it's really hard to tell. Guess I don't really have a choice here. A little bit at a time here. Yeah, I guess that was right. It's just a little bit more. Okay, I guess that's right. I don't know why I'm so weird about this right now. It just feels weird. I might be losing my mind. Okay, I think that's about done. That's just really bizarre, the way this aligns, and that's really hard to trust. It's aligning pretty well now, but that felt really weird, doing that, and I'm not 100% sure why. So it's kind of blocking a little bit of the trigger, or the trigger area here. I'm not sure if I want to continue this down to the other side, or if I want to chop this chunk off. I'm not sure. We'll leave it for now, but I'm not sure what I want to do with that. pretty big. I'm having trouble keeping it in shot. That's not bad. Now I'm not sure if I want to keep this lower part. I think I'm going to keep it, but I'm not sure if I want to keep this lower part or if I want to chop it off to about here. It'd make it thinner, but I'm not sure I like that look as much as I like that with the grill down there. What do you guys think? It's basically either it's hard for me to look at the camera and do this. It's like that or like that. What do you guys think? I'm kind of torn. I'm not sure I have a preference right now. Maybe if I hear y'all's input, then I might be able to make a decision myself. I think we still have some micro adjustments to do, but that's 99% where we need it to be. Some gap filling inside of here. And we also need to chop this entire chunk off because that's where the entire motor sits. But we'll get to that when we put everything permanently in place. Need something of sufficient size. Okay, so that's definitely in the way. Can't even fit that right now without taking out a chunk. I might take out that chunk just to be able to fit this for testing purposes. It's hard to see Sharpie on black, but it's doable. Alright, let's get rid of that. Switch back to a cutoff wheel. Everybody still alive? Am I still seeing the right chat here, or am I just like... You know what? I'm hoping that people aren't messaging me. Okay. I think I'm good. I don't know, I've been quiet. Okay, just making sure. Thank you. Thank you, Blades. Just making sure I'm in... Because I actually don't remember if I've gotten messages before it crashed. I think I was going paranoid there. Just making sure everything's still good. Appears to be so. Okay, so that's about lined up. Nope, still need to get rid of some of this. Hanging on by a little bit of plastic, but it's still hanging on. Check your DMs on Discord. Is it terribly important to the stream? Or do you just want me to check it in general? Alright, here we go. Perfect. That's basically exactly where I want that to be. We still have a little bit of plastic holding it back right here. It's fully seated. It's kind of bending the plastic just a tad where that nub is, but we'll cut that out later. But that is pretty much where we are sitting right now. Kind of balancing this. I don't want to touch the camera. So I think we've accomplished a lot. The next side is going to be significantly easier, I think, now that we have a general idea of what we're trying to cut out and what we can leave behind. We'll cut out this guy later on down the line, but I think I'm actually going to cement everything together before I cut that out completely, because this is a main support right here. These will become main supports in replacement of this, but right now if I cut this out with this shell being loose, it's going to go flimsy on me. So yeah, I'm going to keep it the way it is for now. Thank you, Gavin. Hey, Robbie, what's going on? We just fit this to there with our... it's not exactly a rough fit, but we just got slightly past rough fit. We're still doing some figuring out here, and I have no idea. That was my pen. But check that out. I'm not sure. I kind of want y'all's opinion. I don't know if I want to keep this or cut it off right here, because I can absolutely cut all of this off without affecting anything. It's just blank space down here. But I don't know if this aesthetic is going to be fine or if I want to keep it like this. Either way, the current aesthetic that I want out of this, I want as little detail as possible for very specific reasons. So all of these little lines right here, all of this rival stuff, probably these vents here, probably all of these holes are probably all going to be filled. So I'm not 100% sure on that yet. Even these details here, I might end up filling. So just keep that in mind. So I'm not sure if the boxy look is going to help me, actually, because it makes it a little more boxy. But I think that might actually help me more than hinder me. But I'm not sure. Hold up. What is a Nemesis and the new rival gun? This is the Hades. Hades? This is the Hades. This is the Nemesis. You can Google them if you don't know what they are. Definitely not adding a Gobzuka on the front. I don't want this to be HVA. Technically, yes, it's the main blaster. If you're going to dip it, I would leave the extra boxy. So are you saying you'd cut it off or not? I'm confused. There's also the possibility of me cutting this, something at an angle like this, just to give it a little bit of extra. See, if I cut this right here, and then cut off this, okay, I feel like I could get on board with that. That I feel like I could get on board with. That makes me feel a little better. You would leave the extra? What about this? Does that make you feel a little more comfortable? I think it was this that was kind of throwing me off. That kind of looks terrible. But if I put it like that, I feel like that's doable right here. Dude, you just said, yeah. That's better. That's much better. Okay. I'll probably end up doing that and then just polycarb some of these parts here. This doesn't cut into the trigger very much, but I'm still not 100% if I want to keep that there. What I might end up doing, what is an option, is I could just like cut out a gouge. Oh, my pen's down below me. Hold on. What I could end up doing is just cut out a gouge right here. And then fill it in with epoxy putty, but make it convex. So when I fit it together like this, it's kind of like a portion cut out right here in way of the trigger. So I still have this aesthetic, but when you actually put your finger in the trigger, it's not in the way. I think I like that idea. And I did indeed cut off just a hair too much on the inside of here, so there's going to be a little bit of gap filling, but that's a-okay. Overall, I think that's the most accident I did, so I'm pretty happy with that. I'm not going to cut this off until I can get everything else cemented on. I just want to get this solidified before I do any of that. Let me see how this feels. This thing's gonna be freaking sick. It's gonna be big, man. I'm definitely gonna have to do something with the stock. Not only because it's super uncomfortable, but it's a little bit lackluster right now. With just that. It's a little bit lackluster compared to the front. So I kind of want to do something back here. Maybe I can put a battery in the back here. Because you think, oh my god, you have so much room for a battery. But if you actually look at it, if this entire... I'm cutting off these 3 screw ports, by the way. If this entire thing is going to be a hopper, I actually don't have that much room for a battery. So maybe I can put the battery back here, and then that will... It won't completely balance it, but it will help offset the weight of the front a little bit. So maybe put something right here. I still haven't figured... I'll need to figure out something for this because I have no idea what blaster I would put back here. It's such a weird shape. Epoxy this half. No. I want to get both sides done first, and then put them together, hot glue it, make sure everything's aligned, and then start epoxying. It's not a good idea to jump right into epoxy. I'll also probably keep this right here, but I'm not sure if the tube will let me. I might just make a custom shroud, because this entire top's going to be kind of round. So I might do something else, but if I can keep this right here, I will. I know it's kind of off camera. That's fine. I think we're doing good. What are we at right now? An hour and a half. Do you think I should keep going, or do you think I should take a break? I'm not sure how I'm feeling. We got pretty far. I'm pretty happy with the fact that we've actually established that this thing is going to work. It's not just a figment of my imagination. You know what I mean? And either way, we're committed now. Am I right? So I am well beyond the point of no return. Have you eaten? Yes, I ate before the stream. And they actually, the thickness is actually pretty spot on. Not gonna lie. Look how well that blends. That's level, man. That's not bad. So it's gonna be, you know, this big thing on the bottom, but it's not like this bulbous, giant, overly large, clumsy thing. You know what I mean? Definitely a jolt. Check it out. I don't know if you've been here the whole time, but check it out. Everything lines up. Everything's lined up. Not bad, huh? Not bad if I do say so myself. Wait, hold on. You weren't home yet? You just got off the plane? I thought you were at home already. Oh my god, you've been on there so long. What'd you say? How many hours have you been on there? Hold on, I gotta answer this. Tell her she wants attention. I shall give it. That's terrible. I'm sorry. Freaking nice. Glad you are experimenting with the rival. I'm saving my Hades for a traditional mod. New grip, new stock, etc. Boo! Boo! Standard! Boo! Boo! Waiting for luggage. I was 3 flight. Oh, I total with all 3 flight 23 hours. Good lord. Need the Springer. Got the Nemesis and the Prometheus from the Nerf perks coming. Oh, dang. I want that Prometheus, but I just can't justify that cost. Even when it went on sale for 150, I can't justify that right now. I'm broke. I'm a broke boy. If you guys know Sonic, Mr. Sonic on Wacom's Discord channel, I also want to give a premature shout out to him. I'll give him a bigger shout out when it actually comes. But he got me more of the 4 pounds of epoxy sculpt. This is only 1 out of 2. Mine's basically empty. So I've been kind of dreading it because it's like 40 bucks. I've been 45 bucks. I've been kind of dreading buying it because I really don't have the money right now. I'm kind of in a lot of trouble. But he heard that I needed it and he was like, "Oh, no problem." So he went out and he got that for me and it's on its way right now. So big shout out to him. Not worth 200, bro, or 150. Sonic equals Ultra Nerf Sugar Daddy. Yeah. Yeah, he's real nice. We'll definitely see how all of this fits together once. How it would look, but it looks freaking fantastic. Let's get some marks on here. See, now that we have this side going on, we can kind of do some marks here. I think that's basically all we cut off of the Hades, believe it or not. We didn't cut much off of Hades. Alright, gotta head out, gotta get a package for package from Foam Freaks ready for a sick dip. Good luck with this. Post something so I can see it. No problem. Thank you for sticking around, sir. Good luck with your endeavors. And then this is going to smack on here. Let's get some marks from this side. Just as a general guideline. That's all gonna go. That's all gonna go. You can now add a Hades and a Nemesis to your kill count. I've wanted to do something with the Nemesis for a really long time. I just haven't had anything to justify, like, actually justify killing it. But I think this definitely counts. Just kind of transferring some of the lines over from one shell to another because it should be basically the same cut lines. Pretty symmetrical, so we'll try to color within the lines and then cut more as we go. This will give us an idea. Okay, I think that should get us started here. Oh, that needs to go. Fun, fun, fun. Hey, you got your bag. Head home. Just face first into your bed. Sorry guys, gotta answer Heather. Heather before the stream, you guys know how it is. Separate flight. Oh, dang. I assume it was just because it was cheaper, or... Dang it, Dad. Ah, military, okay. All hail Queen Heather. So this is the fabled Nemesis Hades build. Check this out. Check that out. What we're gonna end up doing, most likely, still nothing 100% set in stone, but we're probably going to cut off right here, and then chop this at a diagonal like that. And so that's probably what that's going to end up being. But we're just trying to solidify everything first. Not bad, huh? Look at that lining. Look how well that lines up. Oh, hey David, what's going on, man? Guess you saw that. Mind if I do a baby sister to this build? Mind if I do a baby sister to this build? The kinds are perfect. What? Trico, use English. Air Force specifically. Sweet. Lines, I'm trying. The lines are perfect. Oh, okay, thank you. Kind of want to do this with an Artemis. You're a terrible person. How dare you use an Artemis in place of this beauty? I guess I don't really have much room to talk. Okay, let's see if we can get some cutting on. I'm just going to run this part through the bandsaw really quick just to save me a little bit of time. So give me one sec, guys. Well, I'm glad that was loud enough to deafen me. Spent too much time doing Trico, yeah. Mind if I do a baby sister with my Artemis? Yes, and just go back to he states. To the. Dear God, what's wrong with me? Fascinating. I almost want to run this through the bandsaw, but I'm not going to because I don't want to get greedy. Alright, we're going to have the Dremel running for a little bit, so it's locked up again, isn't it? Yep, it's locked up again. Give me a sec, we'll be right back. Can you guys see me now? I really wish it would stop doing that. That's the second time that's happened. Can you guys see me now? We good? We okay? I really wish that would stop doing that. We see you? Cool. Thanks. Alright. now let's get going. Got a bit of a Dremel warning here, so if you have some earballs plugged into some headphones, just be cautious. I'm going to turn it down a little. Here we go. Turn up headphones, ready, music to my earballs. Take this one step at a time. Where's my pliers? Also, I know... Also, I need... Wait, what? Also, I need... Now I meant now. What? Trico, start over. Deleted the message. Oh my god. Let me speak English. Hold on. Oh. I was wondering where that was holding on. I now have picture of Brett, you, and Alice dabbing. You have a picture of Alice dabbing? I'm curious when Alice dabbed. All good. You've been in a foreign country. You're forgiven. Okay. She did it on stream with a fidget spinner? Wow. She did it to please Bobo. That figures. just kind of ripping chunks out at this point. Because why not? We're going to be grinding this back down with the sanding drum anyway. There we go. Dad's here immediately yelled, "Go get your bags." That didn't take too long. I guess that's better than, you know, like, waiting hours. And I think we'll get the rest of that with the sanding drum on the inside here. We can do this outside bit though. I don't want to take off too much, so I'll grind the rest down. When you said your dad was on a different flight, I'm thinking like an hour, 2 hours. That would have sucked. Drummel's getting a little bit hot, and I know what you're thinking. Hawkeye, turn up the speed. You don't have enough speed. I know I don't have enough speed, but if I go any faster than this, then I'm gonna run into other issues. I don't think I have enough cut here because I couldn't really get in here. There we go. Okay, I might start wrapping up here. It's getting a little bit late to use the Dremel, so I think I'm gonna start wrapping up here. We're getting there. A lot of garbage to take out, but we're getting there. Whoops, I think I was supposed to save that screw part. Whoopsie! Houston, we have a slight issue. I cut out a screw port that I was supposed to save. Uh-oh! now I'm going to have to replace that screw port. Freaking damn it. Do I still have that screw port? That was this screw port right here. Damn it. Well, that's frustrating. Actually, we had... Thank you. Thank you in Japanese. Okay, so I have a little bit of spacing to fill out here. Damn, I can't believe I did that. That was stupid. Good job, Hawkeye. Good job. Good freaking job here. Seriously, good job. Okay, so I need to separate these and then fill up some space here. And then attach this right there. You can see I'm kind of missing some material there, but that's fixable. I'll just screw it in from the other side and then start the methyl methacrylate. At least I didn't completely wreck this screw port, but that's a mild inconvenience. Let's see. How do I mark that I don't want to cut that? I can't do it with Sharpie because then I'm just going to assume that I need to cut that. Whatever. Hey, what's going on, man? We've been going for 2 hours now. Yeah, I think we're gonna wrap up here. It's almost 9. Dang, I can't believe I freaking did that. Wasn't even thinking. That pisses me off. Whatever. It's fine. It's fixable. It's on the inside, so looks don't matter. Oh, that's not good. I hope everything's gonna be okay there. We don't have basements in Texas. Thank you for an awesome stream. Can't wait to see how this project turns out. Super excited. Have a wonderfully swell night. Hope life continues to go fabulously. Had a blast as usual. Thank you, Trico, for keeping me company. Staying active. Hopefully, you have a safe drive home. Hopefully, you get to at least some sleep tonight. Hopefully, jet lag doesn't kill you, completely annihilate you. But thank you, sir. I very much appreciate it. Glad you're home. And I appreciate everyone else here watching as well. Thank you very much. 10 inches of rain over like 4 hours. Dang. Hoping for 2 hours of sleep. Hope for a little amount and then be pleasantly surprised if you get more. It's a good strategy. Oh, I can't believe I flipping did that. I'm so mad at myself. Oh, freaking idiot. Well, that's good. Garage for the win. Closet for the win. Haha, suck it. Nerds. I'm in air conditioning. Which is very important in Texas. Big deal. if I can freaking line this up. There we go. So I'll need to fill in all that. I'll get rid of this other screw port. And just epoxy down here, maybe make like a little polycarbonate plate or something, just to hold that a little bit. And then use some methyl methacrylate. It'll be good as new. I guess it's not 100% necessary. There's like other stuff right next to it, but I prefer to keep this one. We had like 97% humidity in PA a couple of days ago. Welcome to Houston 90% of the time. Okay, so I'll go ahead and post a picture of this on Instagram, what we have so far, because I know what's his name wanted to see it a little bit. And now that I've screwed this in, I just realized I can't put that together, so I'll need to unscrew that before the picture. So, if that's going to be it, I think that is pretty much our stream. So this still doesn't have a name, and I still haven't revealed the paint job. I'm not going to reveal the paint job until we start working on the paint job. But I have a specific theme in mind going for this build. So I should probably order that polycarbonate tube soon, but I'm dreading it because my money is low. Anyway, thank you guys very much for watching, and end stream.